All right, all right, all right. What's going on? Good evening, y'all. Welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. I am your host, the romantic funny man, Shawn Cornelius. And yes, I know. If you're looking at me like that's not Shawn, yes, it is. And it's my head. Yes, I had to, get a new style. Decided I wanted to get rid of my hat, but my buddy's still here though. My hat is still here, sitting next to me, just in case I wanted to uh, go back to it or had the need to. But I don't have the need to right now. What's going on, Smoke? The producer extraordinaire, Smoke, is here, and also Denise, program director. Got a great show tonight. Got a fantastic show tonight. I always enjoy doing shows when I personally know the guests more than just know them. This dude and I go way back. Again, I had to represent tonight, so here it is. Shaw University is in the building. We met there and went on to reconnect outside of Shaw in our present careers. But before I get to that, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius, and continue to watch us every single Monday night, on BronxNet TV at 10:30 p.m. So tell a friend to tell a friend and to tell a friend. Hello, Alan. How are you? First time tuning in. Appreciate you coming through. All right. So yeah, listen, let's get right into it because I know this is going to be a great. We got so much to talk about. We got a lot that we can talk about. So let's just jump right into it. This man, like I said, I've known since college. That's over 30 years. He's a very talented comedian. He's an actor as well, and he does so much. He does so much in the industry. But we'll let him tell you about that, and then we're gonna throw him on the love seat in the second half. And it's my boy. It's my boy. But I can't be soft with him. I can't be easy. I gotta treat him like I treat everybody. But welcome him to the stage. He's been on BET and HBO and toured the country and traveled and done so much. So here he is, Shawn Jones. What's
What's
good?
happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Everything is good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm trying to get my stuff fixed right. I'm trying to find my good side. I don't know which side is my good
So
side.
just keep spinning, brother. You'll hit it.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah, the
spinning.
back side. There it is.
Keep
Like that.
spinning.
Like that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool for TV.
What's happening?
Everything is good, man. I appreciate you doing this, man. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Hey man, I love it, man. I feel grateful. I'm so grateful that you let me be part of this, man. Congrats on your success, man. And we rolling, baby. We
Yeah,
rolling.
man. No, thank you so much. This is one of them shows where I have to continue to say thank you, man, because once we'll tell them the story, but we are more than just comedy comrades.
Yeah.
It's a brotherhood, man. It's
Yes,
it's
sir.
family. It's family. So there's no way I couldn't bring you in on this, and we're inside the new year, so new things.
That's right. That's right.
So Shaw, man, we go back, but before we met at Shaw University, you want to tell the folks exactly where you're from, because you're not from the South. You're in the South, but you're
Right.
not from the South. You're from up top, like me.
Exactly. I'm a Southern boy now, and I wear cargo shorts and flip flops to the grocery store too, like the white boys do. But originally from the bricks, originally from Newark, New Jersey, born and raised in the bricks, man. And I lived in Charleston, South Carolina for a while. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia for a while. I lived in Los Angeles for a while. Now I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina for a while. So I've been taking the little tour around the country on the Witness Protection Program
I
tour.
was going to say like a gypsy, brother, gypsy nomad with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, but and our paths crossed in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Right. When you graduated and I just came through, I
Well, listen,
stayed there as long as I could. And I
listen,
said, man, this administration line too long. I'm going home.
man, let me tell you something. As long as I was there, I better had graduated. So that ain't one of them go to college and get out in 4 years stories.
Yeah. I went to get the t-shirt. So that's
Well,
what I got.
did you get it? That's the question.
Well, I got it, but I had to pay my financial aid. I couldn't get I couldn't get my t-shirts or my grades until I paid for my semester. So I was like, I let them keep both of them. And I
It's,
just,
it's
and I
all
just
good. It's all good, man. At least you stepped on that canvas. So, and then after you left Shaw, though, and we're gonna
yeah,
kind of expedite this story.
right.
We're going.
Well,
We're
back to
going.
Jersey.
Yeah, you went
Got
back to Jersey for a little while.
right, and then my sister played a trick on me and said how nice South Carolina was. So I went to Delaware for a short time. Then I've got Delaware. I went to Delaware for a short time, and then I went to Charleston, and yeah, so that's when the culture shock stepped in.
Yeah, Charleston, one of your favorite places, as you used to always tell me.
Yeah, okay.
No,
There's some great things that happen in Charleston, so I can't complain. I can't complain about it at all. That's the path that God gave me to take, and it definitely led to a lot of great things. So I have no complaints about Charleston at all.
yeah. The early years though, they were a little difficult for northern fellas. A little
Yeah,
difficult. Till we got rocking and rolling to the career, and that's where we ended up reconnecting. We went to Shaw,
right,
and then you left, and then by the time I finished, I went down to Charleston. That's where my dad was at. That's where my dad was originally from.
right,
And I'm sitting home on a Sunday night doing nothing.
right.
And he's like, "Yo, why don't you get out the house and go do something?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know where to go, man. I don't have a job yet." So he's like, "They got comedy every Sunday night at the little Ramada Comedy Zone." I said,
Right.
"Yeah, I'll go." Long story short, at the end of that show, the host came on and said, "We're looking for comedian hosts. We're looking for hosts, MCs. And if you feel like you're not afraid of the stage, come to the Thursday night
Comedy workshop.
workshop." Yeah. So I was like, "All right, I'll go." So I step in there on that Thursday night, and who do I see? Shawn.
Yeah.
And you had been doing comedy at least a year and a half before I got there, correct?
Yeah. About a year and a half. Yeah. What was that? What year was that? 90?
Well, in the 92, 93, 94.
93,
Yeah.
93, 94. Yeah. So I have been doing comedy maybe about a year by that time.
Right. And you're still doing it well. What's the time frame on your comedy now? How long? So, because I don't want to count. You could tell.
It's 26 and a half years, maybe 26 and a half years, man. It's yeah, there's somewhere around that. 26 is 25 plus. Let's go with 25 plus. So I won't have to age myself. So I won't
It's all good. Hey, listen, so let me ask you, Shawn, because we've talked, and I know a lot of these are kind of rhetorical questions, like we're just sitting around. But the people that don't know you, what got you into it? What made you go and do the comedy thing?
See, my comedy, it started well before I even got on the stage myself. Growing up in Jersey, we had Terminal D, which was one of the first Black-owned comedy clubs in the country, in which, Bill Bellamy, Hamburger, JB Smooth, all these dudes were regulars there. Terry Hodges, and these were friends of mine. Dougie Doug, Martin, all those cats used to come through there. It was a real small club, man. And so me and my sister and my brother-in-law, all of us would go on Friday. On the weekends, we would frequent the club all the time. So I became friends with a lot of the comics well before I did comedy. So when I moved to South Carolina, the creative tour, which was the Black Comedy Tour,
right
through Charleston.
Right.
And I was always a witty dude. I always say stupid stuff. Not necessarily. I never thought I was funny, but I always would think things and say whatever I thought. And people were just like, "Yo, you're so funny." And one of my friends that I met through comedy, Terry Hodges, who was the host of Showtime at the Apollo. He also was traveling with Patti LaBelle and the OJs and all this stuff. We were really close friends. And he was one of the first ones that came through on the tour. And he was like, "What are you doing in Charleston, man?" I was like, "Yo, I'm living here. My sister got me to move here, all this different stuff." He was like, "Dude, I can't believe you haven't been doing comedy yet." I was like, "Well, I've been thinking about it, blah, blah, blah." He was like, "Yo, you should do it." So realistically, Terry Hodges was the one who talked me into it. He was like, at that time, that's when Def Jam and Comic View was really, really popping. So a lot of brothers was dressing up. So I was always one to wear suits all the time. I went to private school, I went to Catholic school. So suit was my safe haven, my comfort zone.
Right.
It was like, "Dude, you always sharp, you witty, you should try this comedy thing." I was like, "Man, come on, man. I'm trying to climb this corporate ladder." So I said, "All right, I'll give it a try." I did the workshop early on and went on stage. And the first time I went on stage, that's when it all started. I got that bug that night, never stopped, 25 years.
Yeah.
From that day, the first day I walked on stage till today, never stopped.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's what it is sometimes for a lot of us, because that day we went to the workshop and we sat there and we talked about things, and at the end of it, Shawn and I made a vow.
Yep.
You know, we said that you do this and you stick with it, I'll stick with it, and
Yep.
we'll do this together. We'll look out for each other together, always have each other's back, and that's what it's been. It's been a continuous growth in our friendship. You
Yep.
know, the brotherhood, the comedy thing, and it's family. It's
That's
family.
right.
You know what I mean? So you've also done dibble dabble, Sean, and we'll keep mixing up the conversation with the comedy as well. But you dibble dabbled in some acting things, and I remember when you got that first role in that
The
film,
first official one.
the first official role. Tell me about that one.
Well, that was that was when I lived in LA and my agents got me an audition for a movie that was not even the role wasn't even for a black guy. It was a movie with it's called Shade, with Jamie Foxx, Sylvester Stallone, Melanie Griffith, Tandy Newton, Stuart Townsend, a lot of cats. Be Real from Cypress Hill, Roger Smith that played Smiley and Do the Right Thing. It was my first principal role, and I was a crooked card hustler. Basically, I was a poker player, but I was part of this group that we would swindle people. So that was my first role in the movie. My first principal role. My first role in the movie was Ace Ventura too. When I was a Watuchi tribesman as well as a waiter. So that was my first experience. Well, no, let me go back. My first one was Lean on Me with Joe Clark. That was my first extra role.
Right.
And then it was Ace Ventura. But my first speaking principal role was the movie Shade, which came out in 2004, I believe it was. We did that in LA.
Yeah.
At Jimi Hendrix Mansion. We filmed that at Jimi Hendrix Mansion in Los Feliz.
Okay. Hey, if I don't do this, Sean, my family's not going to be too pleased with me, man. I want to say shout out to my cousin Pam, who's
Hey, Pam.
like your number one fan.
Pam would kill me if I don't say hello to her.
Yes, I just wanted to say that, for her. But yeah, so you dibble dabbled it because you didn't really do any of like the main acting stuff. Because some people say with this comedy game, acting is another avenue, and whatever music might be another avenue.
Right.
Did you really think about that, or was it just I'm gonna do these films and I'm just gonna do this for now?
Well, I always wanted to do both, and I'm still doing both. I love acting, I love comedy, but I love acting as well. And I just kind of, I kind of tend to do more with my comedy because that's where it all started from. So that's always going to be my base. It's always going to be my source, and I'm going to do more acting this year. I kind of put it on hiatus. I have to get new agents, new managers, and stuff. I did a TV show. And I was a main character on that show called Your Worst Nightmare, which we filmed that. I think it was 2015, 16. I filmed that. That was the show that made me get in the gym and lose 30 pounds.
Right.
I was a fat cop. But so that one right there was more, more of it was a bigger role for myself because I was the main character, the main investigating police officer to a murder. So, but like acting is a part of me. It's the different facets, like you said, like you do your music, you do your acting, you do your comedy. There's so many different avenues in which we can take. I've been, also when I was living in LA, I did some writing too. I was writing for a television show that didn't get picked up, but I was writing as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to try to get back into my writing as well. That's the one thing about entertainment, the area that we're in. It's like a tree, and it has so many different branches that we can go into. Because we're not limited. Some people just basically know us from, where they were introduced to us.
Right.
It was on the stage, and they think that's all we have and all we
exactly.
do. But you can't be one dimensional today. Basically.
No, not at all, man. And that's one of the things that's really cool. Like, yeah, because people, when you try to branch out, they don't really know you. And they go, why are you trying to do music? Or why are you writing a book?
Right.
Well, you're a comedian. But you don't know what else I got going on. So
exactly.
So let me ask you a question, man. I know, like in the game, for knowing myself, and I know there's people that want to shout questions out, but nervousness, man. Do you still get any kind of nervousness when you hit the stage or get in front of the camera on any kind of level now? You've been doing it over 20-something years. But Marvin Gaye used to say he used to get nervous every time before he hit the stage for show. But once he hit that stage, that was it.
That was it. If you don't get nervous, you're dead on the inside. This is, you no longer have a passion for this business. You know, that nervousness is what keeps you on your toes. It keeps your creativity going. So I get, it might not be the nervousness that everyone else experienced in certain situations the first time that I went on stage, but there is some sort of anxiety of some sort that takes over me before I walk on stage. You know, sometimes it's anxiousness, sometimes it's, you know, just butterflies of some sort. But yeah, you got to have that, some sort of nervousness. You have
Right.
to have that. If you don't have that, you don't have a passion anymore for this game. You know?
Yeah, no, and it's true. I think also the level of the show, just to tell people, because it's not about the nervousness of like a fear.
Mm-hmm.
When you do a club, you're like, all right, it's a club, it's still a good gig, but then you get booked for Madison Square Garden, or you get booked,
Right.
some kind of tour, because you've done several tours with some big names.
Yeah. I was on a ladies' night out tour last year before the pandemic with Bill Bellamy. We were traveling, so that was a lot of nightclubs. But I also did some larger shows with Cedric the Entertainer when he had Cedric and Friends. We did show in Fayetteville, a couple places, and you talking about 5,000 plus. I traveled overseas and did the Bloomsbury Theater in London. Which I think that one seats, I don't even know how many that seats, but we did a course of a couple of nights. But those are bigger shows. And then the music concerts, you talking about 5,000-10,000 people, man, and that's a different kind of nervousness. That's the one that got a little bit. You got to take a couple wet wipes with you for that one.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to take some wet wipes. That might have a little bit on the edge, maybe a little bit past butterflies.
Right, right. And people don't understand sometimes the chitlin circuit rooms that you do outside of that. So it keeps you humble in the
Yeah,
game, because you do those 5,000 rooms, the 5,000 seaters with the big celebs, and then you in Mount Vernon, not Mount Vernon, Mount Pleasant. No disrespect to Mount Pleasant. No, give me the one, Monk's Corner,
yeah.
South Carolina.
Goose Creek, Goose Creek.
Where you gotta pray for your life on any given
Right,
Sunday, but it's an appreciation of the game.
right.
Now you're 20 something, 26, 27 years in. Is it still the same for you, man? Do you still have the same passion, or has it grown? Or because we talk, we brothers, we known each other a long time. We remember them nights where you be just like, you're ready to be like, you know what, man, I'm done with this. I'm tired. I don't want
Right,
to do this.
right.
This is not what it is. Do you still have those kind of nights, or are you just basically like, all right, it's a part of the game?
Yeah. I mean, some shows you're like, all right, I'm just going through the motions. But I tell you what, I don't care what I'm going through. When I hit that stage, it's work time. I've never taken a day off. I've never taken a day off on stage. When I touch that mic, I'm working. I made that commitment, and I represent me. And I'm always going to put the best me out there whenever I walk on that stage. So, yeah, I hit that mic with the same passion. But there are some clubs, there are some cities, there are some shows that you just like, man, I just don't feel this tonight. That's what it is before. But
Right.
once I take that microphone,
Yeah.
it's I've gone through tragedies before I walked on stage, like literally tragedies
Yep.
before I walked on stage, and no one knew.
hmm Yeah. Well, you know my story too, so I
Yeah, we
understand.
both.
And
Yeah,
that's one thing that folks don't get sometimes. And they go, how can you go on stage? That's what it is. That's when we have to go on stage.
right.
Because that is kind of like that's our therapy, and that's our safe haven. Sometimes, and this is like Michael Jackson used to say, he was more at home on stage than off. Nobody could touch him, nobody could bother him. He was just in his zone in his house. So now, speaking about that, the pandemic comes.
Right,
Pow, takes everybody. This pulls the mat out from all of us.
right.
How have you been able to deal with this through the pandemic and continue to do your thing?
I'm blessed, man. I'm so grateful because when the world opened back up slightly, I was given that opportunity to get these shows. So I'm working. And during the pandemic, see, the thing is, I tell people that 2020 wasn't a bad year. It was a great year. It was a great year to get to know myself again. It was a year that God slowed the world down and slowed everything around where you had no choice but to take a good look at yourself and figure out what you needed to change. So it was a year of growth for me. Financially, it was challenging. But the thing is, faith allowed me to understand I might not have necessarily what I want, but every time I looked, I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the pandemic, yeah, it changed the way that I probably went about my career, my life, but it definitely gave me a different approach to my life going forward. You know, so definitely was a great year of growth. If nothing more, it was a year of growth. When I hit that stage again, solid, like, so of course we went from, what is it, March until about, I think I went to about May, or May, when things started and there was shows
Yeah.
here and there I can jump on. That first time I hit that stage, man, honestly, I was a little more relaxed. I was just like, I'm just going for it. And it was, I wasn't rusty. It was like I was more creative. I was more relaxed. I was more, this is me, and I'm giving it to him. And so it was growth.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got to say the same thing, man. It was reinvention time.
Right.
Time to sit back. You had time to figure out and reinvent yourself, no matter what your occupation was.
Right.
Again, a lot of people can say the terrible thing about it was this, but honestly, it wasn't. Definitely a nice growth time, and you were able to get yourself together, function, focus, and do your thing now and come out of it. Well, that's great,
Right.
man. That's
Right.
fantastic. So you've been working, like you said. You've got got your skates still underneath you, traveling the country. What's the best part of the game for you? What's the best part of comedy for you?
The best part, man, is going out there and having a diverse crowd, having people from all walks of life, black, white, young, old, rich, poor, all in the same room, and they collectively responding to what you're saying. That's that's like a drug, man. That's what I love most. I love being able to walk into a crowd that they have no idea who I am and what I'm capable of, and leaving them there like, wow, that was an experience. You know what I mean? That's a gift that a lot of people aren't given, and I'm so grateful
Right.
that God allowed me to be one to carry that kind of gift. You know what I mean? So that's what I love the most about this. Of course, the traveling and seeing the different parts of the world that I would have never seen, possibly. That, and just meeting people, and but that's to see the people, to have people come up to you and say, hey man, we just buried our father, or we buried our loved one, and we came here tonight, and you just gave us that peace that we needed. That's what make me love this game, and willing to do whatever I got to do to stay relevant in it.
Yeah. So what's the opposite of that? What's the worst part about it? We've talked. You've complained. I've complained. We got our issues with some things. But what would you put at the top of your list of worst about the game? About
What's worse about the game,
yeah.
and I guess this probably going to the next segment as well, is a lot of times the sacrifices that we have to make.
Right.
I had to sacrifice birthdays,
Hmm.
trips, so many different things, recitals of some sort. That's and it's like, if I don't work, I don't have any money. The money is needed for our family, or what I mean. So there's a lot of times where the sacrifices cause friction, or I missed out, you know, different things with my sons, my daughter, what I mean, or, just different things, and and sometimes people don't understand, and it comes across as my career being more important than my loved ones, and that is so far from the truth, and you have to deal with that internally, the decision that you had to make. So that's the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, man. So in saying that, with the things that you love about it and the things that are not so good about it, what advice would you give an up and coming someone? I can't call him a comic yet, but someone who is thinking about doing this, that's watching this right now and listening to your conversation. What advice would you have for them?
Well, I'm telling the younger me, I've given my younger me advice: balance. Learn the balance. Don't always chase the money. Sometimes you got to step back away from something, and And you got to balance. You got to give your personal life, your children, your wife, your significant other, your husband, whatever you may have, you got to make sure you put just as much emphasis on that as you do your career, because that is just as important, if not more important, as your career. So I would say learn to have balance. It's very important to have balance, which is difficult sometimes. Sometimes you got to make that most difficult decision to walk away from a gig. Uh, you say, well, I need this money. But if you hold on to faith, trust me, it will work out. And you'll be like, I don't even understand how that worked in my favor.
Right, right.
So the most important thing I would say to a person that's getting into this game, that balance. Learn how to balance.
Yeah. Let me throw this at you, man, because it's not, it's really, it's life. I lost my mom before a big gig, which was the 10-year anniversary of BET, that taping. Then I lost my dad the night of the show when I opened and was hosting for Ricky Smiley.
Right.
And just recently, God bless you and your family. You lost your dad, but you had to come in and go right out.
Yeah, I lost my pop when I was in Louisiana getting ready for it. I flew in that morning.
Yeah, and then you did what you did, and then had to fly. I want people to understand, about us and life. So that's the only reason I brought that up, and I prefaced it with my scenario, because now you've been in 20 some odd years. Where do you get your? I know it's God, but where do you pull from to get your faith, man, and your strength from, as opposed to the young Shawn Jones you were just talking about?
Right. Well, the strength basically comes from, once again, the adrenaline from that stage. But, in all these cases, and I'm sure you can say this, my father would have wanted me to go out there and do what I love and do what I'm great at, and just the support that they've given me, the what's the word I'm looking for? When he told me how great I am at what I do and how proud he is of me,
right?
Those things are what allows me to take those tragedies and say, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna still do this. It's no disrespect to what happened, but this is the way that I'm honoring them, their lives, and what I've worked for. I just think that right there, just the support and the love that they've shown me allowed me to go out and still perform and still hit that stage.
Yeah.
Because your pops, think about it. Me and you, we had just had that show. We hadn't performed in quite a while together, and your pops, basically came to the show. He acted a fool that
he was.
Your pops acted a fool that night, but he was like, "Oh, my sons, my boys, Pop, come on, man, let me do my show. I love you guys so much." But that right there, I'm sure when the actual, I remember where I was the night that you called me and you told me, but I'm sure that that moment where he was like, "I'm so proud of both of y'all. I love both of y'all." That allowed you to say, when you were with Ricky, to say, I'm gonna hit this stage and I'm gonna hit it hard and I'm gonna honor him and I'm gonna make him proud, going forward. So
had to.
Yeah.
So it's and that's just a little conversation for folks to understand, where we come from. And when you look at comics and we have emotions, and we go through the trauma, and we go through everything that quote unquote regular folks come from.
Right.
But it's your foundation of strength and your foundation of faith, and those that are supporting you and who you're out there doing it for.
Right.
That again, it's a lot of it is self as well, because if we don't do it and we don't get on that stage, who knows what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
It's a mess. But that's awesome. That's awesome, man. And it's cool. It's cool to talk about all of that.
Yeah.
So in a couple of minutes, Shawn, we're gonna take a break, right? And then we're gonna put you in about a minute, we're gonna put you on the love seat. And this is where the volume in the living room is probably turned up a little bit.
Yeah.
so, so
Look, I gotta pretend like I'm frozen, like I don't hear what you're saying.
well, we're gonna come back in a second, man, after a while, and then talk about the you ain't frozen.
Oh, I felt frozen.
Nah, you ain't frozen at all. We gonna come back and talk. Put Shawn Jones on the love seat and have more conversations. So if you want to connect with Shawn, putting up his Instagram is at Comic Shawn Jones, correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
And
think on this break, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna go get a Rosetta Stone and learn Spanish. So I will. No, I don't understand. You ask me a question. I don't know.
we
You talking
listen.
about me. I don't know.
This show might be on a lower budget, but we got a translator, so it's
Damn.
all good. Yeah, so
I got to get the Japanese version.
yeah, get that one. So so just hang out, man. I hope you don't jet out, go nowhere. And we're gonna come back with the frozen Shawn Jones on more After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Sit right there. We'll be right back.
Oh, you want your boyfriend? It's not from yours.
All right. Here we go. Welcome back to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Shawn is still there, unfrozen. He's still there. All right,
Huh?
so I said, you still there? Listen, man.
I've been warned. I've been warned.
Oh, you were warned? What was the warning?
Nothing. Nah, it's nothing. She did.
Nah, listen, tell her this is live. I heard y'all mumbling.
Oh, you heard us, Mo?
Yeah, I heard y'all mumbling. You got the third. All right now.
Uh-oh.
It's
Is
gonna
the
be
sound
all.
messed up? Can you hear me? The sound
Yeah,
kind of
I
sound
can
like
hear
a
you.
bumblebee talking.
Can you hear me?
It's messing up. See, I didn't do anything to mess it
All right,
up
let me
here.
pull you out and I'll bring you back in. See what happens. I think that's the estrogen. That's the estrogen in the building that's pulling that little trick on us that don't want us to get to this section.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. I do nothing. I say nothing. I do
All
nothing. I
right.
sit here. My hands right here. I don't do nothing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
All right. So let's get into it before the forces that be.
Right.
So yeah, you on the love seat. It's really easy. It's real simple.
I ain't
I know
scared.
you. You know me. You ain't scared. Never scared. All right. So let's jump right into it.
Right.
First question, man. What's your definition of love, and why is it important to you?
What's my definition of love? Ooh, that's a good one. I never really had to think about that. It's just something I think that we automatically feel as though we know it just by experiences. My definition of love is a feeling of connection to. If we're talking about a person, there's different facets of love. But if we're talking about in a relationship sense, it's connection with a person where you feel that their energy and your energy can make their energy complete you. It's a feeling of wanting their happiness as much as you want your own happiness. That's what love would be like. They're to 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 see them at their happiest is the happiest that you can be. It's not necessarily I have to be happy. That happiness that I see in them is true love and happiness for me. I guess if I had it. What was the second part of the question?
Why is that important to you?
Why is that important? Because we all need love. People who say that they don't need love, I don't really think they mean that. We all need love. You know, we're humans, and humans are made of this energy that we need that connection. It's important to me because it gives me reason outside of myself. It gives me reason to get up in the morning, work hard, to constantly dream, to constantly try to evolve, to constantly try to grow. Love is part of those things that help, that keeps me, becoming more of a man. There's so many different facets of it, but love is important as, motivation, just all these other things. So I think if I had to put it in words, I guess that's the simplest way of defining it. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's what came out. I have nothing else. That's all I have. Did I lose you?
Yeah,
See? I'm still here. You froze on me. Now I'm gone.
I got you. We back. We back. I got you.
Can you?
Yeah,
Sound right?
Yeah,
you sound as bumblebee.
All right, so just stay right there. We'll bring it back in a second. No worries. I don't know. All right, let's try it again.
I thought my answer floored you for a second. I thought it shut the internet down.
It probably did.
I dropped that knowledge, and the internet couldn't handle it.
Well, I don't know. You got me now? You got me?
Yeah, I got you now. We good.
All right. So let's jump to the next one. See, that was what you was doing, playing with the internet, exactly. Like you frozen. All right, let's jump with romance. What's your definition of romance, and why is that important to you?
Romance is my definition of romance is doing that unexpected action that makes your significant other respond like, wow, that's something special that is only done for me. That's my definition. That's important, man, because I never want to get to the point where we're just used to each other, where we're just going through the motions. I'm like you, man. I consider myself a helpless romantic. I love the element of surprise. I still like cooking dinner. I still like an unexpected gift for no reason. Just hugs and kisses out of nowhere. I love those things because I never want my woman to wonder, do I still find her attractive? Do I still love her? Do I still have the same butterflies in my stomach when thinking about her as I did? Right. And that's true. I mean, I really live by that. And it keeps me going. It makes me excited, So, just like when they came in this evening, I had dinner ready, and it's like I like things like that, to make you feel like, it's important that when you get here, you don't have to do anything.
Right. All right, cool. That works, man. That works. So on a scale, since you said that, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put yourself on the romantic scale?
Well, I'm a 12, bro. Come on now. it don't even have to be said. Nah. I would say I take that very seriously. And that's just, we got a 7-year-old son. That's still, I put myself 10 where that's important to me. I still find that very important. And I love to do it. I just love to do it. Once again, it goes back to what love is. That smile or that feeling that I can see on her face or what she's experienced makes me very happy,
Right. All right, cool. Because you already answered basically the next one. I was going to say,
there it is.
What I was going to say, what would put you at that number? But you said you like to cook dinner and do those kind of nicey things. Well, now we get to the tricky ones. Give me 3 things that attract you to a woman.
I'm a butt man. Shit, ain't no secret. I'm a butt man. I like good conversation. Would you say three things?
Yes.
What attracts me to a woman?
Yep. Three things.
Her right cheek, her left cheek. That's two. Nah. Great conversation. Pretty smile. Just great. Yeah. Just great company. Just a fun person.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's jump to the other side.
Right.
What are three things that you don't appreciate or don't like about women?
Make sure the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this one low. Nah, man, I don't. Controlling. I don't like a controlling. I don't like a person that's controlling.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't have to elaborate. So you got two more, brother.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
No, you can't let you slide,
I
brother.
I love everything.
Two. I didn't say about your woman. I said about women in general.
Wow. What do I hate? What do I dislike about women in general? Like,
no, don't try to twist the question and make it sound like I'm asking something terrible.
Well, what's the question again?
I said three things that you don't appreciate about women or like about women.
I don't like. This is one thing. This is a pet peeve of mine, and honestly, this has nothing to do with my woman at all. But it has to do with a lot of women a lot of women which I see today. When I don't like a woman that has to put in the description of what it is that she wants. That I want a man that's generous. I want a man that spoils me. I don't like that. Simply, let me explain why. The reason why I don't like that, because if you know men like myself and like yourself, if I'm just describing me, a man like me, if you make me happy, if you're doing the things that, you're a good woman, you show me that you're a good woman, you show that I'm just as important to you as you are to me, all those things are going to come naturally. It is in the man's character, a real man's character, to want to do things for his woman. So if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do,
right,
we're automatically, like, I'm going to automatically, when I got some extra money, I'm going to go out and buy you something that you mentioned. Say, hey, I saw a dress that I like. I'm going to go out and try to find that dress and buy it for you, just because. If you say, well, this is my favorite dinner, I'm going to try to, make that dinner for you. I'm going to try to take you to that particular trip, or to a concert, or whatever it is that that you like. So by you putting those things, that this is just me, by you putting those things out there, to have to say that I want a man who's generous, I want a man that spoils me, that's saying to me that you're questioning what it is that you're bringing to the table. You're questioning if you got to put that stipulation out there, that's letting you know that you might not be everything that you need to be to make that come naturally. That's just my opinion about that. I don't like. That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Okay. All right. That's two, Shawn. You got one more.
Damn. I hate when people ask me three questions. Shit.
I was waiting for you to finish. Like he's stretching this one out like it's the last one.
It really bothers me.
What, three questions?
I don't like a woman who smokes. I really don't.
I'll take it.
No, I don't like a drunk woman. I don't like a filthy, like, just and this is, I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell this story, but I know I can't tell this story, but I don't like sloppy drunk woman. That's not me.
Yeah, no, you can leave it. You can leave it right there. That's cool.
Yeah, you definitely go.
Leave it right there, because I don't want you calling me later. To be up all night talking.
Putting out, I had to get out my own place.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, let's twist the questions.
Okay.
All right, you know that respect, honesty, and trust are essential
to
relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right now I'm going to give you the opportunity to take one of those away and still have a successful relationship.
Uh-oh, you bumbled me again. Yeah. What'd you say? It's the elements. It's the universe that's messing up this.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. You're back. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we
It's
go. Respect, honesty, and trust are very essential in relationships. Right now, you get an opportunity to take one away and have a successful relationship. Still, which one are you getting rid of?
All right. So I caught part of it because honestly, the thing started messing up again. But you said honestly, trust, and respect.
Honesty, trust, and respect. Yes.
Are the three things. So I can take one away.
And still have a successful relationship. Yes.
Trust, honesty, and respect. Ooh. Trust, honesty, trust. My little man trying to come in. Trust, honesty, and respect. If I can take one away, trust, honesty, and respect. I can't. Wow, those are very important things.
Yeah.
Look, I'm getting instructions. Tell my Wi-Fi is off. Trust, honesty, and respect. See, that's a lack of respect. The thing that I don't know. Ooh, I guess if you had to take one, like I said, all three are very important. Trust, honesty, and respect. It has to be respect. It has to be. But see, and it's like, how could you? I don't see how you can take respect away, because if they don't have the respect for you, it's hard to have honesty in the relationship, because the respect is what leads to honesty. I respect you enough that I'm gonna be as honest, and I'm gonna trust you. I don't know. I would have to go with respect. That's the only one in which that's like, who would you kill? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not like that. Yeah, it is kind of.
Well, somebody gonna die.
Somebody's still gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody gonna go.
Okay. All right. No problem. All right. Here's one that should be easy. All right. You're walking down the street. You kick a bottle. Out of the bottle comes a genie. It's a low budget genie. You only got one wish for love. What would be your wish for love?
Damn. What would, if I had one genie? If I had one wish from a genie?
Yes.
You know, when you're a kid, you always say, "I would wish for 1,000 more wishes."
1,000 more wishes, right? But you can only wish one thing for, and it has to have love in it.
For love, just I would wish for.
You thought these was going to be easy.
Happiness. Just happiness in our relationship.
Happiness.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you bumblebeeing again.
But now I understand that it's not me. I understand it's the internet over there.
I don't have my internet on, so.
It's okay. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna get through it. No worries.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get through it. Okay.
So, happiness. I say happiness, man. I just want to. That's, you know what? It sounds so corny, man, but I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. Whatever that consists of, whatever it would take, that's all. I just want to be happy.
Yeah. No, I get it. You know what's so crazy? I'm gonna start throwing out some of these comments really, really quickly. If you can still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a young lady on here who says, "Shaun, can I interview?" Like, now she got all the answers. She want to come on and interview.
First of all, stay in your lane. All right.
Exactly, right?
Ain't nobody trying to come at your job and do your work, so let us do our work. All right.
There you go. Valerie from Charleston says, "Hey, Shaun, much love."
Much love, Val.
Pam asks, "Will you guys do another show together?" I don't know if she's talking about this kind of show or a comedy show.
Right. So, well, it's funny. I'm gonna be in Charleston this weekend hosting the show with my boy Pierre. We're gonna be in.
Right. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that post.
Yes.
So that's the answer to the question on that one. I won't be on that show, Pam.
Right. But we are gonna put that show together next.
We did a couple of them. We tried to make a couple of them happen, but hopefully now after this pandemic, because again, Charleston is home to us on a level. My family's still there, and I love to go back there. Doing the comedy thing for folks who still want to. She says comedy. Yeah, we'll try to put that together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll try to put that
But
together.
we need more than Pam in the audience. So
You
Pam,
got,
get to work, okay?
you got that right. Oh, she's in Charlotte. That's right. She's in Charlotte now.
Oh, she lives in Charlotte.
Yeah, yeah. Her,
Oh,
my,
see?
my cousins, they're in Charlotte now. So
Oh, see, they missed my big show I did here last Valentine's Day. That was the big show that I did before the pandemic. That was,
well,
yeah.
just speak it into existence, and we'll make it happen. We
Right.
got to make it happen. All right.
Yes.
So we took a little. I gave you a little breather really quickly. So let's jump back to this. We talked about.
Oh, I thought he was frozen again.
Now you gave a lot of advice in the first half, and we talked about stuff, love stuff. So for now, take 2 minutes, Shawn, 2 minutes, and give advice to women first about dating men, and then men about dating women. Take
Damn.
a minute on each.
So give advice to women about dating men.
Yep, and then men on dating women.
I would say allow us to try to be the leader that you need without having to give us that much input. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, well, sometimes women tend to automatically look at a man, judge him a certain way without giving him the opportunity to either disappoint her or to do what's supposed to be done. But just allow a man to try to be a man, not necessarily be a man. Give us the opportunity to say that, to show you that we can be that man. Give us opportunity to show you that we can be a leader, without automatically judging us. Maybe we stumble the first time out the box, or maybe it doesn't pan out the way that you pictured it, but don't automatically look at us like we're not capable of being that. So sometimes we got to grow. Sometimes that be positive reinforcement to a man, because believe it or not, and I've said this several times, a woman can tell a man that she believes that he can climb Mount Everest in a pair of flip-flops in the rain. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
man, where my shoes at? I'm about to climb this mountain because my baby believe in me. But
right.
that same tongue that you use to uplift us, you can tell us you ain't shit. You ain't never been. You ain't going to be. And we'll be trying to slit our wrists with electric clippers.
Mm-hmm.
So that power, you don't realize the power that you have in your tongue will take a man either to the top or put him in the bottom. So always understand that when speak life into your man.
Okay. All right.
And men, step up. One thing that I had to learn: let your woman know what your game plan is, because we're two different creatures. Men and women aren't made up the same. So, and I had this. This is a bad habit that I had. I'm the type of person I will do, not necessarily let you know what I'm doing until it's a finished product, but that gray area in between of something having to be done, and when you start it, that gray area, that allows them to paint a picture. And a lot of times when you allow a person to paint a picture, they seem to paint it from the worst perspective.
Right.
So now there's that unnecessary friction where the whole time they're looking at like, this dude ain't taking this serious. He know we need to take care of this by this particular date. He ain't say nothing about it. That means he ain't doing nothing. But in the same time, in the same breath, I'm over here working towards that. But that gray area, I didn't let you know my game plan. So be fair to a woman. Let her know your plan so you can give her a little bit of comfort. We can't always be selfish and say, well, this is the way I handle things. Well, there's somebody else involved in that. So men, let her give a woman a reason to believe in you. Basically what I said, give a man a chance, believe in your man, speak life. Give her a reason to approach things. The advice I gave to women, give her a reason to be that woman.
Right. All right, cool, man. So listen, let's do this real quick, and then we'll let you off the love seat.
More bubbles, more bumblebee talk. It's messing up again. I'm broke the internet again.
I got to keep taking you out, brother, and bringing you back.
I don't know what it is. It's just
I don't know, man. You way down south, so
I'm breaking the internet.
Yeah, it could be. It could be what's happening. All right, here we go, man. Luck. This is called favorite seven, Shawn. I'm gonna say something. You just give me a favorite sevens, and we'll be out of here.
Could I curse?
Man, we done said well, you said so well, too.
It's the Jersey in me.
And I knew that was gonna come out at some point.
Right. I'm sorry.
Nah, we good. All right, here we go, Shawn. Favorite food.
Favorite food. Holy smoke. It's changed. Salmon.
Salmon. Okay. All right. Favorite song.
It's Bumblebee in the game.
Sam, I'm gonna have to type these questions.
Right. All right, we good.
Favorite song.
Favorite song. I was born by the river in a little tent. That's one of my favorites. I don't know.
Change is gonna come.
Yeah, change gonna come.
Okay.
I ain't gonna get the high. I ain't want to do it like I know how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Do what you do, brother. Do what you do. Favorite movie of all time.
Oh, Five Heartbeats. Coolie High. My Crash is my all-time favorite. Crash. Remember that?
Yes.
Lorenz Tate. Yeah, that's my
John
favorite.
all of them that. Yeah, Crash. The original.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite book you've ever read.
Favorite book I've ever read was Richard Pryor, Prior Convictions.
Okay.
Yeah, I just looked up to try to get that book again. It's like $100-something now.
Oh, okay. Favorite vacation spot. You traveled the country, out of the country. Favorite vacation spot.
I won't say it's my favorite vacation spot, but one of my favorite places to go, London.
Yeah. Over in England. Good spot.
Yeah.
Good spot. All right. Favorite all-time TV show.
All time. Wow. That's funny. I would say what we were talking about the other day. I would say two because it just reminds me of my childhood. The Honeymooners and The Odd Couple. And
that's right. We did talk on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Because I was watching them both.
Yeah.
All right.
I know I should have said something black. But.
No, because sometimes I'll say favorite all-time black show, TV show, but I kept it across the board. But which one is your favorite all-time black show?
Eyewitness News, because we on there a lot.
I knew that was a setup. What up? This Abbott and Costello hour right here.
Right. That's the most black characters I've seen lately. What's my favorite all-time black show? Television show. I'm stealing this from Wifey, The Cosby Show, because it's definitely been something that has molded all of us. Cosby Show, yeah, still Fresh Prince.
Yeah. There's quite a few all-time great classics.
Yeah, but The Cosby Show was the one that you had to come up when it was on Thursday nights. You was home, man. You had to get there and watch The Cosby Show.
Yep. Yo, honestly, let me say this: when I was at Shaw, and The Cosby Show was running we on Thursdays, the men's dormitory in the lobby, that piece and the women's, it would be so packed.
Yeah, exactly. Then everybody had their sweater the next day.
Yeah, because he wore our sweater. Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't tell us nothing when he wore a Show University sweatshirt. Oh,
yeah, that was it.
It was over.
Stretched it out, being pregnant though, acting, but that's all good.
It's Bumblebee again. I missed that.
Well, I gotta take you out and bring you back again.
It's me. You said who got pregnant?
Where he was, that was the episode where he was dreaming he was pregnant. He had the Shaw University sweatshirt on.
Oh, when he had the sandwich. Didn't he have a sandwich? Or he had a
the sandwich. Yeah, he was sleeping pregnant. Woke up pregnant. All right, here's the last one, brother. Favorite all-time time of the day for love making.
Ooh, all day. Bam! There it is. The favorite time of the day is all day. Let me see.
I believe that was your answer. I didn't think you were kidding.
Oh well, shit, that's what I'm going with.
If you want to go ahead and flip it, just
message. I'm just saying. If this is the round sound.
Yeah, you make sure you heard that one. All right. With that answer, Shawn Jones, my brother, I love you, man. You're off the love seat, man. I thank you so much for hanging out. We're dealing with this technology, but we got through it. Before we get out of here, take a minute and just give a positive message to the people to take to bed with them.
I love to do that, man, because you can join us on Wisdom Wednesday, where I give a message on Wednesday morning. My sister and I, we had the two inspirational siblings, but my message is, if you want to change your life, you want to reach your dreams and your goals, it is obtainable, but you have to change your mindset before anything. You can't go into a new situation with the same mindset and expect different results. That's sort of like the definition of insanity. That's my message.
Appreciate you. And tell them one more time where they can catch you in Cats, man, for that motivation.
Catch me, Comic Shaun Jones, Shaun. Shaun spells it with a W. I spell it with a U because I couldn't afford two U's, which is a W.
Exactly.
So I got half of it. So Comic Shaun Jones on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook is Comedian Shaun Jones. Catch me this Saturday. I'll just be hosting. It's my birthday weekend, sort of. My birthday is next week.
Yes, it is. Happy birthday early, brother.
Thank you, brother. So we're celebrating starting this weekend. And my boy Pierre from How to Be a Player and Baps, he was Holly Berry's boyfriend in Baps. We will be in Charleston at the Lobby Lounge this coming Saturday night. So check us out.
Cool, man. Thank you so much, man. We got to get you back here on another show, brothers. You stay frozen while I give my final message.
I'm frozen.
Thank you so much for tuning in to After Dark.
Bubbles again. We're bubbling again.
Well, this one was cool because
I can't see we bubbling again.
I got to remove him for this one. I'll bring him back at the end of this. Yo, thank you so much for supporting the show and watching on out here on BronxNet every Monday night. And as I always say in parting, please go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind. Have a wonderful, wonderful tomorrow. And I'll catch you back here on the next episode of After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. So from Lula May and Cornelius' baby boy, I'm Shawn Cornelius saying good night. God bless you. Catch you around the corner, y'all. Peace and be safe out there. Catch you, man. Peace out.
Peace.